Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2018 Coachman Prism Motorhome, we're going to be checking out the Roadmaster Nighthawk Tow Bar. Before we jump right in and start talking about the tow bar, I figured it'd be useful just to kind of touch base and refresh yourselves on the main parts that we're going to need to flat tow our vehicle down the road in the first place. There's going to be a total of 5 main components that you're going to need. First one's going to be the base plate. And what that's going to do is provide us with a solid and reliable connection point. That way we can hook our tow bar up to it. So tow bar is the second component. This is going to be the physical link that actually connects the front of your Jeep to the back of your motorhome. Third main part will be safety cables. And these are just there in the event of an unlikely disconnect. They're going to keep your Wrangler connected to your RV. Fourth main part will be tow bar wiring, and what this is going to do is transfer the lighting signals from the back of your coach to the back of your Wrangler, keeping you safe and legal. And last but not least, the fifth main part will be a supplemental braking system. And what this is going to do is apply the brakes in your Jeep whenever you hit the brakes in your motorhome, helping to bring you to a more predictable and complete stop. With that out of the way though, when it comes to picking out a tow bar, it's a pretty important decision. You know, it's responsible for a lot of the work, and you know, it's something you're going to have to set up whenever you are ready to hook up to your vehicle. And you know, this one's definitely one of my top picks. It has a lot of really neat features and is super user friendly. And from what I understand, it also pulls the vehicle good too. So I think that's partly due to the fact that this is relatively long compared to some of the other tow bars. And so you're going to have a decent amount of distance in between the front of your vehicle and the back of your motorhome. And what that tends to do is help it pull better. You know, it stays true, you know, follows the motorhome when you're taking turns and things like that. I also think it helps, you know, or this one does better pulling vehicles is partly due to the weight capacity. So it's an 8,000 pound capacity. And, you know, my logic is because of that, it's a little more heavy duty. It's probably going to absorb some of that road shock and potholes and bumps and things like that a little bit better compared to some of the other ones. This is also going to be super easy to set up, and I feel like that's really important. All right, so it's a quick disconnect essentially. And it's going to work with Roadmaster base plates, as well as others too. There's actually a version of this that has blue ox ends on it, so if you have a blue ox base plate, you can pick that one up. And there's other adapters too, but the majority of this tow bar is made from aluminum, and so it's super lightweight, you know, relatively speaking, compared to a lot of the other ones. So much easier on your back, you know, a lot more manageable to swing around and kind of get everything lined up and secured down. This is going to be a non-binding type tow bar, which honestly, in my opinion, is a must-have. If, you know, it was my recommendation, whether you go with this tow bar or a different one, definitely get one that is non-binding. And that's because it's going to make life a lot easier when you go to disconnect. Because what can happen sometimes, you know, when you're towing and the arms are extended all the way out, locked in position, you go to disconnect and it's super tight. You know, there's so much tension in there, it's in a bind. That can make it really difficult to get out. With this setup and the other non-binding type tow bars, they're all, you know, relatively the same how they operate. If that were to happen, you're going to take these handles, pull them back. It's going to release all that tension and make it, you know, really easy to undo everything and get disconnected. This is going to come with a umbilical cable here, as well as your safety cables, which is, it really helps kind of get things moving along when you're setting up your flat tow, because it gives you the confidence knowing the cables are the right length, the right capacities, the right style. Same thing holds true with the electrical cable. They give you the 6-way round connector plug as well, so you kind of get a few bonus things with the tow bar that you normally otherwise wouldn't get. And that's going to kind of bring me to my next point. If you're setting up something new and you're going to end up doing diode wiring, you want to make sure to pick up a kit that kind of has the bare bones or just the essentials, the diodes, the wiring, and the little ins and outs. And I say it because if you end up getting this tow bar, you already have the cable and the connector, and there's no reason to buy buy it twice, essentially. One thing you really don't see on tow bars out there are these LED lights. So it's pretty cool. Whenever you turn your running lights on, you know, these will illuminate. They're already kind of pre-wired into the tow bar, so you don't have to do anything special to get them going. And you know, it's not a game changer by any means, but a lot of distracted drivers out on the road today. So anything that you can do to help keep yourself and everyone else a little more safe is definitely something worthwhile. As we all know, storage when you're over the road is really important, and we try to get as much of it as you can. And so this tow bar, you're going to be able to store it temporarily or permanently on the back of your motorhome. When you undo it, it'll just kind of fall into place, and you can fold it to either side. And yeah, if you do decide to do something like this, I always recommend picking up a locking hitch pin. That way it'll be secured to your motorhome, as well as a cover just to help keep your investment protected. If you are looking for a tow bar that's a little more economical, one that I really like is the Roadmaster all-terrain tow bar. Kind of has all those must-have features. You know, it's non-binding, relatively lightweight, just a good, you know, middle-of-the-road all-around tow bar. But with the setup like this, you know, I've yet to meet someone who's not happy with it. You know, top of the line, really, and definitely one that won't disappoint you. And that'll finish up our look at of the Roadmaster Nighthawk Tow Bar on our 2018 Coachman Prism Motorhome.